So it's about creating a conversation, the fact that we are emotional beings, and it's okay to get angry, it's okay to get sad, it's okay to be joyful. And so the books are what I'm hoping to be the beginning of a platform to create a bigger conversation and a movement around bringing emotions back. So Lil Sass lives in Venice Beach, California, and what happens is her dad leaves, and we don't really know why, but she's experiencing lots of emotions. And there's a healer that lives in the back house on her property. Her name is Mrs. Moo. Mrs. Moo gives her the cape and says, Sass, you're going to have sad days, angry days, joyful days. Use this cape to feel your emotions. That's your right as a human being. So in each book, it follows a similar template where she goes on an adventure, something happens, it brings up the emotion. She thinks about all the conditioning she's received, like good girls don't get angry, or you're a baby if you're sad, or don't be too joyful, people will think you're bragging. And then she thinks about what Mrs. Moo has said. She puts her cape on. She allows herself to experience the emotion, and she reframes it. That it's okay to be sad. It's okay to be mad, and it's okay to be joyful. It's just doing it in a responsible way. So she's a pretty self-aware little thing. She practices Kundalini for sure.
Yeah. And at Rama Institute for Applied Yogic Science and Technology. So how did you get this, how did this come to you? How did the muse knock on your door?
Oh, I like that question. So when I was 13, my dad went to jail, and I suppressed my emotions. I didn't cry until I was 26. And, that messed me up really good for a good period of time. And since I was 26, I went on a journey, my own journey of really learning how to be with my emotions. And what I want with this is for families and adults with kids in their lives going through any kind of transition to have tools. Because if I had had books like this, or even an adult come to me to say, it's okay that you're so mad, and here, let me help you process that, or it's okay that you're so sad, instead of just pretend like everything wasn't happening, or, just my coping mechanism became productivity. So
surprising.
yeah. But obviously there's right?
Yeah.
So I think this character, she's been with me for a long time, and then the ideas for the books came, it was an 18-month process. I sat down, I wrote them, and then I worked with an editor, and then found an illustrator, and then just recently self-published. And what I really realized, and so much from listening to you and Aquarian Business School, is that this is just coming through me. It's a channel, and it is not about the books. It's not about the capes. It's not about the emotional wellness badges. It's about the conversation that I'm really wanting to create, because I don't want people to suffer if they don't have to. And I want adults to be conscious of how they're talking about and being with their emotions with the children in their lives. Because I think we've all, had experiences of maybe our own parents or adult figures where there's just a lot of projection. And I want there to be more consciousness around this.
And how are the children that you've, that are getting the books? Have you heard of some feedback that is inspiring?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're so amazing. They so a lot of my friends' children are calling with the next books. So the top, they want the book of jealousy, they want the book of frustration, and the book of love. So, they're really pointing where I go next with this. And the book of anger, I hadn't been practicing Kundalini yet, but I'm thinking I was downloading some Kundalini moves, because Mrs. Moo teaches Lil Sass to karate chop a pillow when she's angry. So fist of anger. And Mrs. Moo talks to her about just moving the energy. Move the energy so you don't misdirect it or hurt someone or hurt yourself. So a lot of the kids who are reading that book are loving the fact that there's an action and something to do with their anger.
Cool.
That's cool.
Which you could actually, kind of enhance in these next books and actually give them a little meditation.
Yes, that is the intention.
Yeah,
for
cool.
sure.
That's really exciting.
Yeah.
And anything else that you're here, like, how about from the adults? Are the adults like saying? I always think it's interesting because, Yogi Bhajan used to teach these children's meditations, but really they were for the adults. But he would encase them in, like, this is for the kids. Do this with your kids, meaning you do it. But, like, the kids can do it too.
Yeah.
What do the adults say?
They say, these books are for me, right? I'm like, yeah, I really wrote them for you.
Yeah.
They really are for the adults, because... Well, as parents and people with children in your lives, there's a lot going on. It's a busy life to really be conscious to our emotions all the time. And so I've had a lot of friends say, oh my gosh, this just made me slow down and actually think, how am I with my own sadness? A lot of people are saying, I don't let myself be sad in front of the kids in my life. So what is the impact or unintended impact that that's having? So the adults are saying it's helping them as much as it's helping their kids. And when their kids are something's happening with their emotions, they're now saying, go get your cape on. Go get your cape on. And adult and child are getting their cape on, and they're having a conversation about what's going on.
It's adorable.
That makes me really happy.
we did this. Yeah. We did this thing the other day with a friend of mine's child, Erica Rose's child. Some of you know Erica, and we were at dinner, and he was like, "Let's do what is it called? Rose thorn bud," which is like you say the rose, the thing that bloomed in your life today, or in your day, your favorite thing. Then the thorn is the thing that was made you the saddest, and then bud, what you're looking forward to the next day. And we did one round of it, and all the adults were like, like there's a bunch of adults, and we're all like, so emotionally stagnant.
Yeah, but the
proud.
kids are like, boom, 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 like
so like, and then Zenith was like, let's do another round, mommy. And so we did the second round. The second round, like everybody was like, and and then I got home, and I was like, I said to my friend, I was like, let's do rosebud thorn.
Perfect. Yes. Yeah.
So, we got to get our capes on. We got to participate.
On, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
amazing.
what it's about. We got to bring this conversation front and center. It's important.
Yeah.
Cape on.
Yeah, cape on.
Cape on.